All right, blue-black mutate flash. We played this a bunch yesterday, and I liked it. I put some brain cells into it and made a couple of changes to things last night. I wanted to try it again today to see if it could continue to feel reasonable. The one big change is I'm up to 4 copies of Omen of the Sea. The more games we play, the more I become convinced the key to winning with this deck is getting one of your consistent sources of card advantage into play and keeping it around. So getting to Sea-Dasher or Slitherwisp ASAP seems really important. So I wanted the full 4 copies of Omen of the Sea so we could get to our 8 pieces of card advantage faster and more consistently. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this again this morning and see how it feels. It is one of those feel smart decks. Well, we do want Sea-Dasher in the opener, but this hand is quite bad. It doesn't have it has 4 lands with no second blue, and it doesn't have anything to do on the second turn of the game. Seems super reasonable. I'm gonna bottom Negate here, I think. Opponent isn't showing Yorion, so bottoming Negate in the dark and keeping Heartless Act seems fine. Christoph, thanks for the follow. Good morning. I think if we would have drawn another land here, I would have held on to this, but I think with no third land guaranteed, I want to just go ahead and get that into play tapped on 1. I mean, Negate's probably fine. I've got 3 main deck copies of Negates, so I think on average in this format, it's a very reasonable card. I just think in the context of what information we had to start, it was the one that made the most sense to put on the bottom. Try and put the Sea-Dasher on here to draw some cards. I'm going to notably put this under here. There's a good chance my opponent's deck is playing Stomp, and I don't want to lose this to Stomp. You wanna think about what kind of removal your opponent has access to when you're mutating. For example, you almost never want to mutate Pouncing Shoreshark on top against white decks that have chopped down in this format. Keeping your things under that 4th point of power is important. That one. I think I'm just playing Disruption out as a land here. I kind of wanted to hold on to it, but I also think it's important to hit my 5th land drop here. So we've gotten 2 cards out of this so far, which is nice. So do I think I wait on the Heartless Act so that way I can negate their counterspell. I don't want to fight over a Stomp, Seth. So ideally I want to fight over their threats. I don't want to fight over I don't want to fight over random things like their removal, if possible. I'm about to get double Mystic Disputed. Nope, we're just gonna resolve like a Teamer Ultimatum on me next turn. They have a treasure token, Niv. Fucking ramp players, chat. Tank Ugin. Okay. Sure. Tapped out Tank Ugin. I probably want to leave a couple of Heartless Acts in against their dragons. Definitely want the bow to counter spells here, but a couple of Heartless Acts to kill dragons that resolve seems fine. I mean, generically speaking, I don't think ramp is inherently bad. The problem with ramp in the modern Magic era is that most ramp spells aren't just ramp spells. Ramp spells, from a core design perspective, are supposed to come with the downside that your deck has a bunch of mana in it. So, like, if you want to play Rampant Growth and 26 lands, your deck then has 30 mana sources in it. Or you want to play Rampant Growth and other ramp spells, your deck then has 34 or 40 mana sources in it. And you're more prone to flooding, but when you don't flood, you get to play your bombs ahead of curve. And the problem with cards like Uro and Nissa in modern Magic design is that no longer was the case, right? They did a ramp thing, but then they also were good when you didn't need to ramp. They also did more than that. I'm just doing this. I kind of wanted to play Slitherwisp, but what's the word I'm searching for? That would just block Slitherwisp, so I couldn't attack on the ground with it then. Yeah, there was definitely a point in time where they said, quote, Rampant Growth was too good for Standard. Remember that? Makes you chuckle looking at, like, what everything else has become. When was that? Is that like 2015, 2016, somewhere in there? If I recall correctly. Around cons? Yeah, that sounds right. just doing this so we can keep the pressure going. Really don't want to trade my Slitherwisp for their Visionary. Like I said, this and the other card that draws us stuff are some of our most important cards to keeping pressure up. It's really unfortunate. Do we Wisp to see if we draw land? Yeah, I think I like that. And then I brick, and they go land, Ultimatum, Mystic Dispute me. I curl up in a little ball and cry. Hopefully I just go land Ugin when we get to play a counter spell. God, it's actually going to be Ultimatum Dispute. Should not have played the Slitherwisp. I'm going to blame Twitch chat for that one. I'm not sure we lose that game if I just, like, be patient. That's true. It technically wasn't Mystic Dispute. Which, gosh, if they're on miscast, does that mean they're on, like, more than 4 1-mana counters post-board? That's kind of crazy. I mean, you don't play the ramp deck because you respect aggro. Deck's got an abysmal aggressive matchup. Just gonna do this while the getting is good. I don't know exactly what our opponent's doing, but I'll try and stop them from playing to the board, I suppose. Next giant spell you cast costs 2 less. Oh, this is a giant. Ha! That's funny. Oh, they revealed it last year. That makes sense. That is kind of adorable. Am I letting this get a counter? I don't think so. Faceless, faces even enabling Glimpse of Sweet too. Well, they just tapped out. That's great for us. Let's go ahead and end step the Dirge Bat. To go ahead and slide this on here and kill the Bone Crusher Giant. Smack them and draw a card. Negate's not bad. Conceding to the mighty Dirge Bat, chat. I think I probably want these eliminates for their giant Godzilla. I don't know exactly what we're playing around out of the opponent's deck. They're probably not aggressive enough for Singer to be super useful. I don't know that I really want other counter spells. I guess they've got blue stuff. Dispute might be fine. Probably have counter spells with their own post board. I gotta imagine they must have some bigger giants, right? I think there's probably a good chance there's maybe they're not on Gold Span if they're playing the giant synergies. There's a chance they don't have room for that type of stuff. Is there a reason you aren't playing the Dirge Bat cosmetic? I am. I'm using the borderless one. Because it includes 2020, I consider this at least 5 years. Going on dig. It's sort of 36 months. Hey, thanks for the 26 months, Abyssal. It could be right to just hold up a 2-mana removal spell here. I wanted to guarantee Slitherwisp on 3, but this might just put me too far behind going tap land on 1 and 2. The fact that I was on the draw probably makes my sequencing bad here. God damn it. Get fucking Hearthstoned. Alright. I deserve that. It rolled hexproof out of the 6 types of counters it could get for reference. I was gonna play Slitherwisp and then kill it next turn with Eliminate for the sake of resource efficiency, but yeah, just every time. My mana was bad that game. We were on the draw, and then they hit that. And just, well, we'll be done here. Need to draw another black source with this hand, but otherwise it's pretty reasonable. Every time my opponent plays that card, it's hexproof. Every time I play it, it's vigilance. Yep. I'm trying to go ahead and spend my resources to engage with their resources here, I think. This is where the magic happens. I can get disputed. Miscast. Man, that's the second. I don't think I've ever had this card cast against me, and now it's the second time today. I guess this is good against ultimatums. I guess. I went up a land from yesterday, and I went up to the full 4 Omen of the Sea. Sometimes magic just happens. Feels bad, man. Massima, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. Good morning. Whatever time of day it is. Expedition was alright. What do we end up on? Nocturne Draven. I should have mulliganed this hand because they were showing Yorion. Both Heartless Act and Singer are very bad in this matchup. I think we're saving the Sea-Dasher for post-Dirge Bat. Which ultimatum feels worse, Teamer or Sultai? Definitely Sultai. The Sultai ultimatums basically give Sun Given and combo kills you on the spot. Teamer, at least there's a chance they can brick. Natterjack, thank you for the tier 2 resub and for the 32 months at that. Welcome back. Well, I mean, both of these are great, right? Definitely want both of those. Source of card advantage and a counterspell. Obtuse Hobbit. Thanks for the 2/3 viewer. Good morning and welcome back. I used the Godzilla art yesterday. I was looking at the rest of the deck, and I had pretty much everything else in Borderless, though, and this looked really out of place. So I decided to have it match everything else. I think we're probably required, and this is why Heartless Act is so bad in this matchup, I think we're probably required to stroke this Yorion, next turn because otherwise it resets the Maze Mind Tome and lets them draw a bunch of extra cards. I could kill it, but the fact that it's going to let them reset the tome is a pretty big deal. Fetch a Swamp here and drop this other Slitherwisp. Wouldn't be surprised to see like another Heartless Act tap in here. I'm gonna go ahead and mutate the Sea-Dasher here. Try and draw some cards. I'm gonna notably put this under the Singer because leaving the Singer as an even converted mana cost is better against the even odd sweeper. I already played a land for the turn, right? I'm pretty sure I did. It's hard to follow how many lands I've played because my opponents ramped a ton. Pretty sure I dropped the swamp. Wow, no place. That's big. Negate's a great draw. There ain't just like a bunch of 7-mana spells. Just in response to just draw another card. Let this happen. I want to save this Negate for one of their payoffs, like an Ultimatum or like another Seagate Restoration. We have another piece of removal here. That makes red mana, not black. That's pretty good. Do I want to scry here? I don't think so. Not super useful at this point in time. Well, I can cast more flash spells to try and draw cards too. Huh? Do I keep those? I'm pretty close to just like killing them with Slitherwisp triggers, right? Remember Tibalt? Yeah, what do I like? Wait, what about Tibalt? Can you explain why I'm remembering Tibalt? What is Tibalt doing in this instance? Can you let me know? Can you explain it to me? Because I don't see why that's relevant. Oh, yeah, they're not plussing Tibalt, Time Lord. They're not. They're getting a Tibalt. It needs to impact the border. They're dead. We can't give him the extra turn here, right? Nah, I don't think we can win if they take turns with Tibalt. Oh, sure.
Oh, so many painful memories.
That seems really good for me. Oh, they have that, sure. It's a great draw. He plans to play a tournament this weekend. I haven't talked to my boss about it yet. Solid maybe. So they're at 5. This is 2 points of damage. They can't mutate these, by the way. You have to own them. For reference, for people thinking about lines my opponent could have. I think they can mutate. You can... Wait. Oh, it works because they're both my things. That's it. They can't mutate their cards onto my other card, but this is fine because I can do this. It just has to be the same owner, correct? About to get Jwari Disruption out of their hand here. Okay, so they're dead. Yeah, we beat them casting Ultimatum. Okay, so this is gonna happen. It's gonna bounce this to my hand. And then next turn I get to mutate this onto this, kill this, bounce this, and attack for lethal. What? Pouncing Shoreshark is evolving. I would like my toy back, please. Alright, they cast Ultimatum and lost. So, you know, that's all you could really ask for. Come on, opponent, we've got 2 more games. Stop roping me. Easy, easy and easy out. Cut the Singers and the Heartless Axe, bring in your counter spells and your 2 Omen of the Dead. Listen, chat, sometimes your tier 1 deck loses to Dirge Bat, and you gotta take your lumps. It could be worse. They could have lost to Porky Parrot. Ooh. Oh, Porky Parrot. Oh, Porky Parrot. What's going on, Zach? Who dropped the big ghost? There wasn't a big ghost. This is like just what our viewer count looks like when we play a game that's not Runeterra. You know, as much as I like Runeterra, it's just not a very popular game, Hidden Flame. My viewer count streaming Runeterra versus Magic is approximately 40 to 60% if I'm lucky, what I get when I stream Magic. My average viewer count streaming Magic since I've been back's about 900 to 1,000 people. Oh, that was just a Twitch bug on your part then, Hidden Flame. Yeah, unless we're getting botted to hell and back. I mean, we've also only been doing Magic for like half an hour, and like that's the other thing too, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing Runeterra consistently, because like I started on Runeterra today, and doing Runeterra to start actually makes my Magic viewer count worse, because people don't tune in and then they slowly filter over from other things. You can type ! deck in chat to get a link to the current deck list that we're playing. I'm not using Stream Decker anymore, I'm using Cardboard Live. Do I want to run Slitherwisp out naked, or do I want to be able to protect it? Think RPG Fun, thanks for the 14 months, by the way. And Fuzzy Thantos, welcome back. I think I just Omen here. I think I wait to Slitherwisp when I can hold Negate up. Thinking about countering my Omen of the Sea. Opponent could just be having connection issues too. There's a chance that like last game wasn't Assault Rope and it was just them. It was just them having connection issues. Omen of the Dead here is actually great because it means I can run my Slitherwisp out proactively and then pick it back up next turn. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of reasons why Runeterra isn't nearly as popular as Magic. Part of it's definitely like first to market's a big thing in games. Magic's got, you know, 2.5 decades worth of history. Even Hearthstone at this point has been out for almost a decade, right? Is it 7 or 8 years or something like that? I'm actually not going to run into a Shark Typhoon here. Man, I guess they don't have 7 mana next turn. I'm going to bottom the Dirge Bat and draw the Stroke. I think if they had, or they can only have 7. I think if they were going to have 8 mana next turn, I would push for the land here, but I think because I'm going to be able to counterspell an ultimatum and not get counterspell back, I can just wait here. Look at that. They had the Shark Typhoon that I didn't attack into. You love to see it. The MTGA is available on mobile for Android as a testing release. I think I'm just negating. Stroke for Yorion could be useful. Deal. Really want a blue source here, huh? Man. We have just been really unlucky so far today. These are a few of my favorite things. Yorian. And the worst part about like having to scry like this is eventually we're gonna hit lands and then we'll flood out and wish that we had these threats. I just dispute this. There's a good chance that card is drawing dead otherwise, especially with them knowing it's in my hand. This means they have the window to ultimatum this turn, which feels bad, but that's what it is. Seagate Restoration, sure. I'm going to do this now. That's where they can't go like land Heartless Act in response. Going on, Fizzy. I think we just cantrip this, right? It does the damage. As you will. Let's draw. I gotta mulligan this. Keeping double Disdainful Stroke against not Yorian seems loose. It's light on lands as well. Seems fine. Not amazing, but fine. We'll bottom the Negate. Keep the rest of these. Kamal, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. Ooh, red-black. I haven't played this matchup yet. I'd really like to play against red or white aggro. I really want to see if these singers are useful or not. There's a chance these cards are just bad. I really want to play against one of the aggro decks to find out, though. I feel like this has got to be fine. gonna double bottom here. Really looking for a Slitherwisp. There's a chance I regret. Not taking the second island down the line. I see a lot of cards though in the meantime. In between time. I can just take this hit here. I think I need to strip this. Yeah, but Singers, like, people that are telling me I could block with Singer, sure, you're right, but, like, it doesn't really accomplish anything, right? Like, there are things still in play and I still have to deal with it later. I need to kill Wrinkle. Cycling's a great deck. Hey, Pengu Power, thanks for the sub-gift. Good morning to you. Kind of a Heartless Act of their own here. It's good to be back, Pengu. Moments before the accident, chat. What? Dirge Bat is evolving? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Destroy, bounce, Heartless Act. They have village rights here. Now, the problem here is we are out of resources at this point. I've yet to see any of my cards that let me draw cards this game, which is a touch rough. This gives us lethal next turn. So we'll put this on here and drop it over, and we'll bounce this Goldspan Dragon, so that way we can attack for lethal. How many packs do I need to buy to get 9 rare wild cards on Arena? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't understand how the economy in this game works exactly. It's very convoluted. Maybe someone in chat can help you. So this can exile cards from graveyards, and it's a removal spell, which is nice. I think this is an Omen of the Dead matchup where I want to be able to pick my key threats back up out of the bin. I think Singer was like okay there, but I think it's in theory, 9 times 6. Yeah, so like all the computations and people, I would just like the record to reflect that I said I don't. Listen, all right, I'm just gonna start timing out a bunch of people in chat because a bunch of people in chat didn't do what I did, which was say you don't know. And a bunch of people posted wrong, bad information because they also don't understand how the Magic Arena economy works. So it's okay to be on the internet chat and just be like, I'm not sure. Because that's much better than posting wrong information. So the math that you have to do is every 18 packs you buy, you get 2 rare and 1 mythic wildcard. So 18 packs is 2 rares and a mythic. But then you also have a chance to open rare wildcards inside of booster packs at a particular rate. And then on top of that, you could also open the rares that you want to be crafting. So the computation is convoluted intentionally, and it's okay to just be like, hey, I don't know. But those are the things you have to consider. Jasper, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. So I guess I lied. I do understand the economy. It's just not a simple computation. It's not as straightforward. You do this and then you know. A lot of it is bounds. You can calculate, like, this is the ceiling and this is the minimum, but you can't really know the exact number. There's variance involved. Yeah, I also, almost assuredly, someone else has done all this convoluted math, and you could Google it, is the answer, instead of people posting a bunch of wrong stuff. I will say I appreciate the people who said things like, at most or likely. People that left wiggle room instead of acting like they had certainty. I appreciate you. You're the good people on the internet. Surge, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. The great part about this draw chat is once I play this one as land, they're never going to play around the 3rd disruption. This 3rd disruption chat is going to stuff our opponent in a little box and counter their spell. Hang on to Slitherwisp for now. I don't think I want to run it out. I'm just missing land drops too. You love to see it. Rats. Kids are actually both great, right? Well, there's a good chance this doesn't live to see both of these get cast. I'll take a backup Dirge Bat. Alright, don't Village rights me. Your move, Yugi boy. This deck does everything I want to do in Magic Mecha art. If it's playable, we're playing it. I don't even know why I bother scrying shit. It's got an intervention and an eliminate here. Yeah, they can't save their dragon long term. I'm pretty sure I'm taking a hit from the dragon this turn and then going Slitherwisp into Dirge Bat. I think I can afford to take one more hit here. Yeah, it's a really good comparison, Obi Winter. It has a little bit better card advantage and is a little bit less aggressive than that, but yeah, similar vibes for sure. Blue-black flashy stuff. Some slightly underpowered creatures. Second Goldspan Dragon. Well, shit. I don't think I can play around Heartless Act anymore, huh? I think I just have to do this. Do I have to do this? Nah, I'm gonna go to 8. Let's be aggressive. Come and get me. I don't know if this deck is good, chat, but it's definitely great. Thanks for the 20 months, Mr. Mark. Yeah, I agree. This deck's hot. Frostbite is the bane of this deck, sure. I would recommend just not playing against people that have Doomblade. It's a strong line.
I am Vulcan, god of... Oh, my God, oh, trust me, you won't miss it.
Second Dirge Bat gets you every time. So like 2 more with this. We'll play this one and then we'll do deck voting during the next one. Sure. We'll keep this hand, and this will be the time that we're playing against mono red or mono white finally. And just die with all of these. This stream was pre-recorded in front of a live Twitch audience. Thanks for dropping in today. No 2-drop is really good for us. We have like a Redain here. Sure. I think we're just looking for untapped lands. We drew the untapped land at least. We got that going for us. Your favorite way to keep Jacob or Declan occupied at 7 months? Toys that make noise. Actually, Haley's actually 8 months old, so I'm right there with you again. Things that light up and play music when they press buttons on them are fantastic. It's rude. I think I'm doing this, looking for a removal spell here. Got a couple of Heartless Acts. Ooh, that's really good. So we get to wipe the attack off of that and then eat the Selfless Savior here. Should have played this on blue. Didn't know. We can bounce this and stroke it later at least. So that's nice. I think I'm bouncing the Skyclave here, meaning they have to pay mana to re-equip them all. And I'm gonna bounce the Halvar. It's like ties up their resources for a couple of turns here. If they equip the Maul to the Hollow Blade this turn, I think we Slitherwisp plus Omen and then just take a hit for 5. Obviously, we're Disdainful Stroking that. think we're just hanging out. Climber, thanks for the follow. I don't have any counter spells that actually deal with that, right? Just have negates and strokes. I think we just let this happen. I'm going to target the Slitherwisp. I'm going to draw a bunch in response. We'll Omen plus Borrower here. Honestly, both of these are probably great, huh? Maybe I'm supposed to mutate the Shoreshark here, actually, instead of playing the Borrower. Okay, well that tap out means that I get to Heartless Act this. Oh, I could have mutated and canceled the exile. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, wow, we could have savaged them, huh? Wow, that would have been insane. I wasn't thinking about that at all. I appreciate the folks that just pointed that out in chat. That's nutty. Yeah, it's 5 CMC. I think we just do this. And we attack for 10 here and draw 2. How do you vote for decks? You can spend bits voting for decks, but you also just get a vote for being in chat, and you can also spend channel points voting. Wow. Well. I'm in love, chat. This deck is glorious. Just in the just like all of the best ways, like. Bounce both your creatures, untap, attack you for lethal. Singer was very good. I'm really glad we got to play this matchup. I was hoping that Singer would be good in this matchup, and it looks like it did what I wanted it to do there, huh? Yeah, that's the play. Climber, thanks for the follow if you're still here. Welcome. And I even messed that game up, right? Could you imagine if I would have seen the line to put the shark on the Slitherwisp to stop them from exiling it to begin with? those bounces I would have done would have drawn us extra cards with the Slitherwisp too. So like I was behind because I didn't because I missed that. See, it looks great. I think I keep that because I can land Singer on 2, tapped land Singer on 3. That's very scary. This is probably their best play here. Although I've got Borrowers to send them back from whence they came, so maybe we're okay. I don't have time for that, right? Magistrate stops our Brazen Borrowers casting from exile. I'm doing well, Umber. Defense. Defense. That's a good one. You find Crush the Weak as a sweeper. Seems fine. I want to try and start closing here. Got him. Yeah, people were asking why I was playing Deadweight instead of Bloodchief's Thirst and things like Dog and the 3/1 or why. Being able to kill through Indestructible is a big deal. Hi, friend. All right, I found my deck for the weekend. I think I'm happy with it. I'm glad we got to play that. That played out in theory exactly how I wanted it to in practice. The Sirens have been really awkward in the mid range and the control matchups, but like they came down and did exactly what I wanted them to do there. And honestly, I'm really impressed that we won game 1 in that set. Yeah, my sideboard plans line up. My numbers are all pretty clean. Nah, I think I like the Sirens. I think I like the Sirens main deck. I don't think you could win games 1 against aggro without this card in your deck, and they're fine. So, I was gonna play one more, but I'm super happy with this deck after those last couple of matches, so I'm not gonna ruin it. So we're just gonna do a short voting cycle. So rather than a 10-minute vote, let's take a look at what I want to play next, and we'll put it up to a 3-minute vote, huh?